So if you're somebody in the lending world or maybe the title world or maybe even the escrow world and you have a whole bunch of agents that you try to give information about how the entire market's doing, the little technological changes and advancements, this is probably important for you to watch. I'm Connor McIver. If we know each other, great. If we don't, great. We should get to know each other because I put on these basic broadcasts, these podcasts, these Zoom and Loom meetings where I talk to the people that you have in your periphery, those real estate agents out there, and I talk about how AI integration is very, very critical, and you bring that training through me to them, and then, of course, you look like, well, the hero. This is an example of this. Whenever I set these up, and there's no cost to you or anybody else, I can put it all together, send you the media, you just send it out to your clients, and we get the Zoom schedule. But what I do is I give you full attribution. This is your deal. You can see here on the top, I have another gentleman. He and I are working on this. This is going to go out to his people this coming week. I've talked to the Board of Realtors. I've talked to the brokers at the Southland Regional Association in a meeting. Over 200 people sat there and listened to a presentation like this. Now, it doesn't have to be exactly like this, but I find that real estate agents in particular are very, very behind on technology. They hear about AI and they get excited and they think that it's going to solve all their problems. Well, maybe it will, but it's not there yet. But again, what to watch out for, how to best protect themselves, and how to start to put it into play, I think are really important values to have when it comes to this more advanced than us technology. And at some point, it's going to be better than us in all respects. So how do you cause yourself to be in front of that? Well, that's what we talk about. So this is just an idea, just an example. But what I do is I discuss how AI is best implemented, but I start with basic principles, how to first understand it. Is it that Jarvis moment from Iron Man? Is it like the HAL 9000 in 2001: A Space Odyssey? What is its position currently and where is it potentially going to be going? And what types are there out there? What is ChatGPT versus Grok versus Claude versus Microsoft Copilot versus Meta versus all the other ones? So we talk about that. These are the interactive shows that I put on. So this is what gets shared on Zoom, something like this. And of course, this can be changed and modified and reflect in different ways, depending on what your actual goals happen to be with those people in your periphery. We discuss all of this. And then at the very end of the show, I have a Q&A where we also discuss, questions that they might have pertaining to artificial intelligence. These are some of the biggest topics out there. And when I adjust my shows, AI is changing every single day. So every show I do is up to date as far as the last 24-hour cycle. So if there's something new that's come out, some news event that it affects real estate agents and artificial intelligence, best use cases or worst use cases, it gets talked about. So we move through this entire process. This particular show that you're looking at, where I've recorded this video, it's probably somewhere best gleaned to be about 40-45 minutes. Now, they can go much longer than that. 1 and 2 hours. I've done shows in 3 and 4 hours long. And then the Q&A of those types of shows, depending on the audience, is pretty substantial. People, of course, can arrive and check in, but you have your list. You have the list of attendees. We can use your Zoom or my Zoom. It doesn't matter. But as far as the copy and the advertising and marketing channels, that goes out on all of my social media to the agents in my network. And it's not all necessarily the people on your invite list unless that's how you want it. Let's say you're not in real estate, mortgage, or escrow or title. Maybe you have another business that you have a whole list of people that you want to try to add on to. Maybe you're working with other local businesses. Maybe you're a B2B type business and you want them to see a presentation like this about AI that you brought to them to be able to help them implement this in their businesses and make their businesses better, which thereby will make yours better. Well, yeah, then we can adjust that as well. But this is how it works. These are the things that I put on. We can, of course, have this modified in any simple way for those people that you happen to want to bring on and have us go into having this conversation and discussion over Zoom. I'm Connor McIver. If you want to know more, just go to connorwithhonor.com. You can reach out to me. My cell phone's there. Feel free to call me. I'm local here in Santa Clarita Valley, so greater Los Angeles. In fact, anywhere, wherever you have an internet connection, this works. I hope you're well. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next one.